I am Healing Wolf from Healing Wolf Coaching, and I want to give you a little story about how you can know if your sensations are in fact generated by unconscious mind to protect you, and there's no basis in a structural explanation. Like, there's nothing wrong with your body. You go to the doctors, you get checked out, they can't figure it out. In my case, the doctors would say things to me like, gosh, the level of pain you're experiencing doesn't match up with what we're seeing on your scans. And so from that point, it became clearer and clearer that the sensations were being created, the chronic pain sensations, by my unconscious mind. So today I went for a walk, and I was walking in a wetlands, and I actually came across a very large alligator, and the alligator was on the bank right next to the trail. I don't know that I've ever walked that close to an alligator, even though I grew up swimming in a lake with them and out in the swamp with them, but this one was pretty close. And when I was walking past the alligator, I wasn't aware of any sensations in my body, because the alligator is actually a large predator. So my unconscious mind tuned into that and removed every sensation. I wasn't aware of any sensations in my body. I probably had some accelerated heart rate. I probably had some extra blood flow into my legs, into my muscles, so that I could sprint quickly. I didn't feel any of that. Like, I just was extremely focused. And I walked past the alligator. I kept my eyes on the alligator. So I realized in that process that it's like my unconscious mind really shifted into a mode of complete focus and awareness. And my eyes were locked into the eyes of the alligator. And it was a moment where I didn't even think. So that's an interesting experience to have. I'm not saying you should do this. I'm saying you should notice, or suggesting that you should notice, that when you're out in the world and you're actually in a situation where there might actually be something that could possibly be dangerous, that your mind is not going to have you focus on sensations at all. If you have chronic pain, if you have anxiety, you're not going to notice that stuff at all. So if you're in traffic and something is happening, your mind is going to shift into lightning fast responsiveness and reactivity. You might feel it right after. You might feel some of that adrenaline come up, but mind is not going to hold on to the neuroplastic stuff or the brain generated pain that's not coming from any real threat when there is a real threat. So in my RRT training, the founder will say, if you want to know how to cure anxiety, have someone put a gun in your face, and you will suddenly feel all the sensations you need to deal with that situation, but you're not going to be having the brain generated sensations that are coming from nowhere. Your mode will be a complete protective mode, and that will be a natural process, and it'll feel good and natural. So the contrast between like an actual something that's troublesome in the environment and something that is just brain created, that contrast can give you evidence that you're on the right path, that you're working from unconscious mind, and you're going to get better and you're going to reach a place where you can go out hiking and walk right past an alligator and realize that in a situation where you need your unconscious mind and your nervous system to work, it's going to work. Like, it's going to work great. So get out into life and notice the times where you don't notice your sensations. Notice the times where you don't notice. Usually when we're inward focused and we're self-conscious, that's when we're going to notice these anxieties, these pains a lot more. So that's one reason that we got to get back out into life. Let me know how you're getting back into life this week. Thanks for listening. I'm here for your healing. Reach out if you need help.